Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 5 of F1 2019 Career Mode with Ferrari, here for round 15 at the Singapore Grand Prix for qualifying. Let's get straight into it. Hopefully a good qualifying position, aiming for top 3. Let's do this.
Welcome along again to the Marina Bay circuit. The atmosphere is thick, not just with humidity, but with tension as well, as we get ready for qualifying here at the Singapore Grand Prix. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
sat in P2. Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 35.1. We're 20th in the speed trap, 161.8 miles per hour. careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. You're leading the pack, P1. We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car. We should see heavy rainfall on track in about 10 minutes. Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions. top 10 now. Keep it up. You've fallen down the order. You're now in P7. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. This downpour will last for another 10 minutes, then we expect conditions will transition to light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. Rain to ease up in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till light rain. Okay, that's pretty disappointing, but we can turn it around tomorrow.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Weber, Vettel and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the race in Singapore for round 15 for season 5 of F1 2019 career mode with Ferrari. Let's do this. We qualified 8th, as you saw, surprisingly with rain at the end of Q3.
As the sun sets over the South China Sea, the sport that never sleeps is alert and raring to go. Welcome under the bright lights of the Marina Bay Circuit to another Singapore Grand Prix. It's a very long, very physical lap, this one, and really there's not much in the way of margin for error. So we have a bit of an endurance race for you tonight. It's a 3.1 mile lap here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit with 47% taken at full throttle. It's hot, humid and bumpy around the 13 lefts and the 10 rights of mostly slow corners. But we should see speeds of up to 200 miles per hour along the Raffles Boulevard. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about McDonald. They've been involved in a number of costly incidents lately. That's got to affect their mindset going into this race.
It's not an ideal situation by any means. When you get into a bad run like that, there's always a risk of frustration creeping in, which can cause more mistakes and locks you into this vicious cycle. Hopefully today they can get through turn 1 cleanly and stay calm for the rest of the race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lucas Weber lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, Kevin Magnussen, McDonald, Norris, Stroll, Grosjean and Pierre Gasly. Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, George Russell and Sainz, Raikkonen, Kubica, Valtteri Bottas and Devon Butler. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Hamilton and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Not a great starting position for us, but hopefully we can improve the situation throughout the race.
Yeah, copy that, Jeff. Well, we actually start P6. Hamilton, the championship leader, and Leclerc taking grid penalties for engine change, and also Devon Butler. So Ferrari's second and sixth on the grid, which is actually not too bad. It's going to be a two-stop, soft to medium, going to be an aggressive two-stop, because in the past, if you pit early in Singapore, it's a very powerful undercut, so we might give it a go, get into the podium places maybe if we get a good start, and yeah, fingers crossed we've got the pace today. Even in the build-up, David Croft saying about my performances and that, and yeah, we're just going to try and keep a cool head and get on with the job and try and make more places and have a good race. Give Ferrari a good haul of points as well, if we want to make an impression in the constructors. But it's still quite a big gap to McLaren. But Perez will be hoping to take a lot of points from this weekend, with Hamilton starting 19th, but he will have a very fresh engine in the back of that McLaren. Same with Leclerc for his Haas car, but Lucas Weber on pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix. I'm sure he's able to put Monza behind him if he can get the job done today. A very rare mistake from Lucas. But he's showing what he's capable of, taking pole here in Singapore. Can Vettel get a good start as well? Or maybe jump Weber at the start. And we'll have Ferrari at first place, which would be great. If we can make up a place or two, that would be also very ideal. Because in season 3 we did an aggressive two-stop and I'm pretty sure we were able to win, but we started third on that occasion and we were able to jump I think it was Ricardo and Bottas. Here we go then. Lucas Weber on pole position, Vettel alongside an all-German front row at the Marina Bay Street circuit. So here we go then, 31 laps to come for the Singapore Grand Prix. Here come on the lights. 5 red lights, let's sail, and away we go. We won't have for long once more as Verstappen gets a good start. Norris gets a good start as well. It's turn 1 we go. Side by side with Lando Norris. And we'll just get ahead of the Mercedes man as Stroll takes advantage. Up into P7 goes the Canadian. Magnussen, Verstappen side by side. Weber has held on to the lead. Pulling out a bit of a gap, I must say, from Vettel. Perez is going to have a look on Vettel now. A lot of moves trying to be made here. Magnussen, Verstappen, wheel to wheel still. Verstappen holds on to the place and Stroll's now having a look. Oh, Verstappen went a little wide there. But it's as you were with the top 3. Weber, Vettel, Perez, you've got Verstappen, Magnussen, myself, Stroll, Norris, Grosjean, and I believe Ricciardo completes the top 10. I think Norris has dropped back a bit.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Yeah, copy. Pit stop window I need to know about. 4 laps, yeah. Lucas Weber leads the Singapore Grand Prix from Vettel Perez. Oh, but Stroll having a little look down the inside, but the Canadian can't find the gap there to make a move. Yeah, with this, for me, I do find the medium tyres to be better. Oh, Norris is 8th, yet Norris did lose a place to Stroll. Oh, I hope not. I really hope not. Not now, in the season where I feel like the title hopes are slipping away.
Lucas is in first position. P1, the gap is 5.3 seconds.
5.3, okay, yeah, Weber's pulling away quite a bit here.
Last lap was a 1:40.3.
Lance Stroll right behind still. Perez sets the fastest lap of the race. Perez is now going to try and mount the pressure on Vettel here to second place. And Magnussen with the DRS now. Gonna have a look on Verstappen. Let's go for it down the inside. Goes the Dane. He's got the inside line again, but Verstappen holds on just about to 4th place. I must say the top 3 are in a league of their own here, but Weber is under pressure from Vettel and Perez.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly and showing some minor wear.
Yeah, understood. That's one of the Renaults that's quite far back. I don't know if they have to pit after lap 1, I'm not sure. There's a setback there.
You have 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining in the strategy. Your pit window opens in 2 laps
Pit
time.
window open 2 laps time, understood. Yeah, we could definitely undercut these two if we pitted very early. One more lap on these tyres and then we're going to go for the aggressive medium tyre strategy that I planned out. And hopefully it works out later in this Grand Prix. All 20 runners still in the race. Weber just holding on to the lead just about to Vettel in second and Perez in third. Top 3 very close together. Vettel, I think, almost had a look at Weber there. And you got Magnussen and Verstappen again going for it. Yeah, we're going to box at the end of this lap. I'm going to commit to this very aggressive strategy and push the qualifying laps on these medium tyres for this stint. So we should definitely undercut these two. We get Lance Stroll right behind us.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds. Pitting
The box this lap, box for medium.
the end of this lap.
You get ahead of that Renault. Box. Here we go then, the aggressive strategy starts now. That was a very big slide. That was a massive slide heading into the pit lane. Oof. There we go on the mediums. Come on crew, 2.3 second pit stop, that's a good stop in my books. We should come out ahead of Butler, as in lad, Butler having a horrific start. I think he either had to pit or he got spun round, but we didn't see that. Yep, we come out in front of Butler still.
1 stop to go. 1 stop left in this strategy.
The team's done a very good job there. Now we need to push. What is the gap to Lucas, the race leader? Wow, needs that to update. Because the gap's definitely not 11.8 now. There's a good drift into the pit lane there. What's the gap? 32.3, understood. And try and close that up. Top 3 very close together. Weber, Vettel and Perez. But we do need to pass these cars once we catch up to them quite quickly. We've got Kubica, Russell. Kubica's kind of on his own, so it might not be too bad. I don't know how he's still in the sport. I'm not being funny, but how? It's that purple final sector. Yeah, understood. Go for faster slap then. What's the gap to Lucas? It was 32.3. 31.2. 9/10 out of Lucas. On that previous lap. It's what we need. think we'll definitely have cleared Verstappen and Magnussen when they pit. They'll be behind us. So yeah, Weber not leading by much from Vettel. Perez is also right at the gearbox of Vettel there. Purple middle sector. There's yellow flags out on the main start finish straight. Who is that going slowly? It's got Verstappen takes the lead. I think it's Perez. In the McLaren, it's Sergio Perez. In the McLaren. That is out of the Grand Prix. Is there going to be any intervention? That is huge. The man who's in second in the standings will not finish today. Oh, just overtook before the yellows. Yeah, and we definitely get in front of Magnussen. That was close timing, but Perez, for the first time, is out of the Grand Prix in season 5. That's definitely mechanical. He's not come together with one of the front two there. It was very close, so that's disappointment for Sergio Perez. He was actually slowly taking the lead of the race, but now Verstappen will lead the Grand Prix.
Lucas is currently in P9. The gap is 4.7
Ooh,
seconds.
did pit. He's in front of me. He's 4.7. I'd say that's a lot less, but Weber's got cars to pass as well. And so was Vettel.
Gap to teammate ahead is
Vettel's only 3.5 seconds up the road.
fresh mediums. They're in 10th.
We've got to clear Russell and Hulkenberg. Russell on the hard compound tyre, he's very slow, I must say. Well, we're going to probably try and overtake where we did last good bit. So Verstappen comes out the pits, and we're ahead of the Dutchman as well. I think we're effectively at a podium place here. With Perez out of the running. We've got Hulkenberg next. Go for a brave move on Hulkenberg. We've done it, and Vettel is the next car ahead. And we've got past the German Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault up into P9. We've got Vettel trying to get through other cars, and he's getting held up. And I'm able to catch up as Vettel makes a move on Gasly in the Mercedes. P7. But look how quickly we've caught up to these guys. How far away with Lucas?
Lucas is currently in 6th place. P6 difference is
4.6 seconds is the gap.
They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The time
So we'll try and undercut again and see if we can gain a lot more time. So here we go then, we're going to get a run, a great run on Pierre Gasly, a former teammate, down the inside. And Weber is trying to get by Bottas here for 5th. And look how close we are now, we're right at the back of Vettel now. Weber makes his way by Bottas. One of his former teammates is now Vettel is trying to make a move on Bottas. We've got to get it done because look who's come to join. All tie-to-tie contact though, Vettel and Bottas. Gotta get this move done. A little bit of wheel banging, but we make the move stick. And we're up into P7 of this Grand Prix. Next is our teammate Vettel. You've got Weber approaching a racing point, I would say is... Oh no, it actually might be Grosjean. I think Ricciardo is the race leader now. But yeah, we've cleared Verstappen and Magnussen, so we're in a net third place. A net Ferrari podium, double podium, I should say.
P7 now. P7, Sebastian ahead. Okay, gap ahead.
Yeah, 1.7 seconds, 2.3 now.
Behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 15.5 seconds. Gap to car in front is 2.3 seconds.
When's the pit window opening?
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy. Your pit window opens in 8 laps
8
time.
laps time, I think I might pit lap 16 or 17. But surely the guys ahead
Sebastian ahead of me. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps
doing
old.
another stop. Yeah, Vettel
Stop. The time last
should
lap
be
was
pitting again, and also Weber.
14.5. You're losing around 7/10 a lap.
They are much quicker, and they've got the fresher tyres. Bottas isn't dropping too far back, to be fair to him. But yeah, we're quicker than the guys that haven't pitted, so it helps us close back up to Weber and Vettel. Is McLaren even going to score today is the question as well. Another big question in terms of the Constructors' Championship. With Perez out of the running, Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race, so 1:38.9. Yeah, they are right behind. I think that's track limits. I think that's Grosjean that they're stuck behind here. Weber's made the move. I think Vettel's now going for it as well. Can the German get it done? Can Tilo get past? Not on this occasion. Yeah, Weber's done it, I think. Yeah, Weber's well clear of it. Oh, it's Ricciardo. Did that say? I thought it was Grosjean. Oh, it is Grosjean, so yeah. Backing Vettel quite a bit into myself here. In touching distance again of my teammate. Weber's pulling away quite a bit here. Vettel trying to make a move around the outside, doesn't get it done, gets out of shape. We've come to join the party here. But Sebastian Vettel is getting held up massively here from Grosjean. Myself and Vettel can race. We've got to keep it clean though. We're both trying to fight for this championship, but Vettel getting held up massively. This helps Lucas Weber. We'll get DRS. A double slipstream. Vettel needs to get by Grosjean here now. And he does. I'm trying to go around both of them. Oh, we go off the track. But Vettel's not got a good exit, and I've got an exit. That's good. Nearly contact with Vettel there. But Vettel just about stays ahead. Now he's got to get this move done. Immediately. He's got to get this done. And we'll get it done as well around the outside of Grosjean. Up into P6. We nearly took the place from our teammate Vettel. But we didn't quite manage it. As Weber's catching up to an Alfa Romeo and Toro Rosso, I think Raikkonen maybe, he had a terrible qualifying. But Vettel will be furious that he's lost that much time behind Grosjean. And it's not only put myself behind, but the fact that Weber is now screeching out. It's only 8 tenths between myself and Vettel.
Lucas is in P4 at the moment. The difference is
Yeah, Weber's pulled out 6 seconds.
mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:39.6.
Yeah, the tyres are alright. Tyres are okay. They're good. There's Raikkonen in the pits, so we'll move up to P4. It's just Ricciardo that's not pitted yet. Weber in second place. We'll get DRS on Vettel, sort of going along with him here. Sort of dragging me along with him to try and catch back up to Lucas. No wonder a personal best middle sector with that slipstream DRS.
Lucas is currently P2. The gap is 6.0
Yeah, the gap's 6 seconds.
They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:39.0. The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
Don't forget a safety car, virtual safety car come later this Grand Prix. Try and put Vettel and Weber under pressure. We're not doing any team games with Vettel this time around because it's getting closer to the end of the season and we're both wanting to try and spoil McLaren's party of the championship. Perez out of the running and myself and Vettel currently in strong positions. We don't want to come together.
Ricardo's out in front.
Yeah, copy Ricardo's. The Weber's rapidly catching him though. Ricardo might pit before Weber actually overtakes him. No doubt Weber will just breeze by the racing point. Gap 2.7 to Vettel.
Magnussen is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 7.7
Ricardo is in the
They're on
pits.
old mediums. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last
Yeah,
lap
Ricardo
was
in the pits, pitting for...
39.5.
Was it hard tyre? Yeah, the hard tyre. Ricardo's done a very good stint here. He might come out in about 5th or 6th place. The Aussie's done a great job. Oh, not quite, but right behind the Red Bulls. Now we're up into 3rd place. We're in a podium place. Double Ferrari podium as it stands with Weber in the lead. Perhaps. Pit stop info.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3
Good old pit lap 17. Let's look up to Lucas. 7.8. That is. I can't imagine I'd get him. The only way is if. Well, I'm here to win. Box this lap. It's a gamble to do mega qualifying laps on a new set of medium. As we box this lap for the final time this Grand Prix, our second stop of the race. Gonna go for it. 2.2 second pit stop for the crew once more. Great job from the team. We should come out ahead of the Toro Rosso signs of the big slow. No, we won't get. Oh no! Just behind Leclerc, but we really need to get these moves done. Oh, there's cars everywhere. Leclerc's not had a good race. I had to cut the corner. Leclerc wasn't going to give me any room, and he didn't give me room there. But we do clear Hulkenberg, so we've got one car down. 3 more to go. Down the inside of Charles Leclerc. That was a very risky move. But we just about made it work. We had to get that done. If we want to win this Grand Prix, we've got to get these moves done. Quickly but carefully. That was very, very close. Next is Norris. Purple final sector there. Down the inside of Norris. And we're through. Next is Raikkonen. Hamilton's in the points. So we should get the flying fin here, but we'll be flying by him. We should do. Purple first sector down the inside of Kimi Raikkonen. Take the fastest lap as well. Purple in the middle sector. There's Vettel pits.
Sebastian is in the pits.
Vettel in the pits. Down the inside of Sainz. Very close. Minor contact. But it actually worked. We've got yellow flags. And there's Devon Butler, who's out of the Grand Prix. He's pulled over where Perez pulled over. And we've got a virtual safety car.
Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low.
Vettel and Weber are out. I think Vettel's in front. Vettel's jumped him. Vettel, I think, is in front of Lucas.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
That was a very risky move on Sainz, but it actually worked out. But we didn't take the fastest lap because of the virtual safety car. By Ricardo now. Purple in the middle sector. I'll get through just about as Weber's the next car. So Vettel is the net race leader. Vettel has got ahead of Lucas and Weber's not too far ahead, you know. Try and catch our friend, our rival, good competitor Lucas Weber. Well, Weber's on the hard compound and I'm on a medium. Going for it. Is Vettel on the hards? Or is he on the mediums as well? He's on the hards as well. Now then, will the mediums work out? If you remember, all the way back in the first race to Australia, the hards didn't work out and I went on medium. This could be a repeat here, but we pitted very early though. Is this going to work out? Vettel try to catch, I think that's Verstappen in the lead.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.1 seconds.
3.1 seconds to Lucas.
4.5 seconds.
I think Vettel's got the fastest lap at the moment. And the final quarter, and we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:38.4. Hopefully we can keep that. That's a vital point that we've got. But we could see Lucas at the distance there on the hard tyre. You've got Mercedes and a Williams in the pits there. Gap 2.9. Coming down. Sainz is P5. I think he's doing a one stop.
Sainz behind. The gap to the car behind is 5.6 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres
Sainz is up into fifth.
time last lap
Wow.
was 1:41.0.
I don't think Hamilton's struggling here to get points, but I think other cars are going to pit, so he might actually still score today. But Vettel is the leader, unless I think that Red Bull might be on hard tyre. Split strategy here at Singapore. That was a quarter cut, and I'm surprised I didn't get a warning for that. I turned a bit early there, I must admit. I think the Red Bull's trying the one stop here.
5 seconds.
We haven't been on the podium since Hockenheim. Magnussen takes that fastest lap from me. Ah, how dare he. Vettel might be right behind that Red Bull next lap or the lap after. Sainz will try and hold on to 5th from the 2 Alfa Romeos charging at him. Up 2.7 to Lucas. Right, we'll put up into Rich, try and gain on Lucas, maybe get that fastest lap back, but I'm not sure. Not sure we can do it, but we'll try. 138.2 is the target. We've got the Red Bull Vettel going for it. The Red Bull defends. I still think it's Verstappen though. I don't know for sure, but I think it's Verstappen. Well, Vettel trying to go for the lead of the race. Magnussen with the fastest lap up into P5 ahead of Sainz. I think Vettel's taken the lead of the Grand Prix. Yes. Yeah, my teammate leads the Singapore Grand Prix. Vettel, if he wins this, will be very close to Perez in the championship for second here. Vettel leads the Grand Prix. Now Lucas will try and overtake. This is our chance to close up. But Weber should get this Red Bull next lap. So I'm trying everything to close up. But we won't take the fastest lap, but we'll definitely gain on Lucas. Oh, we nearly improved our PV lap. 1.6 behind Lucas. It is Verstappen. Thought so. Verstappen trying to get a podium from this one-stop strategy, but I'm afraid don't think it's going to work out. Here comes Weber now. The DRS on Verstappen. Verstappen will have to go defensive once more. No, actually, no, he doesn't. Stays ahead of Weber on this occasion. But this will help me close up. And Vettel is able to pull away. And Weber was leading the race for most of it, up until the second pit stops. And we're very close to Lucas now. He needs to get by Verstappen and he doesn't do it. Gap 1.2. I thought Weber was going to get Verstappen this lap and he hasn't managed it. So now we're right behind and we may look to get past the pole sitter. As we approach lap 24.31, as the laps tick down, we'll get DRS on Weber. He's a little wide. Here comes Lucas, down the inside of Verstappen. Had a look around the outside, but doesn't work out. As Weber's up to second, but Verstappen's going to get DRS. Verstappen's going to try and fight it back here. Here comes Verstappen back at Lucas Weber. Did he go for that move too early in the race? No, Verstappen will not get Weber back. We'll go down the inside up into third. But now we're right behind Weber for second place. verge of a Ferrari 1-2 maybe here at Singapore. But Vettel streaks away now. Get DRS once more on Weber. Magnussen sets another fastest lap, now a 1:38.1. Goes a tenth quicker. But we're going to get DRS on Lucas. And Lucas won't have any slipstream. This is a real chance here. This is our first chance to get Lucas Weber here for second place. But I think we're just a little too far back on this occasion. It's just the front right that's taking the most wear. Hamilton's got in front of all those cars. Hamilton's still going to get a solid points result. Put up into Rich, try and get back to Weber. Starting to lose time to him. That's not really useful information on you, that Jeff was in the top 10 pretty much the whole race. Copy, yeah, right. Gap to Vettel, it's 4.4 seconds. Do everything to catch Lucas. But Vettel is a master at Singapore in real life as well. Vettel has done a fantastic job to get ahead of Lucas in the pit stops. That virtual safety car. What did Devon Butler effectively cost Lucas the win here today? Magnussen another fastest lap. Magnussen actually might catch Verstappen, you know. Magnussen is going for fourth place here. Magnussen's got it. Magnussen is up into P4 ahead of Verstappen now. But Magnussen is going to try and catch me for a podium for Alfa Romeo. Magnussen's very quick. Quickest guy at the moment, 1.5 now. That podium might be under threat all of a sudden. But we were so close to catch Weber, but I don't think we will now. So we've got to look backwards now.
We're catching the car ahead, but
I don't think we are catching the car ahead though.
end of the race.
We were under half a second behind Weber at one point, but now we're 2.8, so we're not really catching Lucas.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Magnussen will get DRS, and he's going to go for it, trying to deny myself a podium here. Magnussen has a look down the inside, but I cover it off just about. Well, I don't think we'll get Lucas anytime soon. We're going to have to just think of the bigger picture, try and defend for a podium as Magnussen goes into the back. And he gets by for that 3rd place. But I think he did damage his car. I think he has damage. What was Magnussen doing? Trying to find a gap on the outside that wasn't there? Magnussen's definitely got damage. He's going to try and continue with it. He may as well try.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over
Go
target.
around the outside of
Down to
Magnussen.
mix too soon.
Back into 3rd place. And Magnussen made the mistake. That was almost costly for us. Verstappen may think P4 is back on. Yeah, Verstappen going for it.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel
Yeah,
left.
understood, I know.
Our gap to the car
Yeah,
in front is
7 seconds. If Magnussen is that slow with his damage, yeah, no chance to get Weber. There was only one possibility if I dived it down the inside with the first DRS detection point. Got 2 laps to go of this Grand Prix. Our Magnussen has decided to pit unless he sustained further damage from Verstappen. He didn't pit initially, trying to hold on to 3rd. And he was far too aggressive in my opinion, way too aggressive. Luckily I didn't sustain any damage from that. Magnussen will come back out onto the track just ahead of Hamilton, the sole remaining McLaren. I mean, he'll extend his lead in the championship, not by much, but he'll still extend the lead. as my teammate Vettel is looking to take his third win of the season. He won in Hockenheim, a great team effort, Hungary with a very good dominant drive, and I must say Singapore, since the second pit stops, he has been in control. The first half it looked like Weber was in control to take his second win with Haas, but I mean P2 for Lucas will still be a great result. Not quite the win for the pole sitter, but as we head to the final lap of this race, 9.2 seconds behind.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind.
Yeah, understood. The tyres are completely fine. We've got one of the racing points. Just ahead, that's pitted again. I think Hamilton's in like 8th or 9th, so I mean every point counts, right? So. But we're looking to get our 5th podium of the season. For P6 on the grid, not a bad performance. Good haul of points, and especially for the team of the constructors, as Vettel has only got one sector to go and he's on his way for a 3rd victory.
Gap ahead is 10.5 seconds.
Only the 2 McLarens have got 3 or more wins this season. Vettel is going to join a little member of 3 drivers that has achieved that, as the fireworks will go off any moment now as they go for Sebastian Vettel, who wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Vettel takes an important win for the championship. Weber second and will complete a double Ferrari podium. It's P3. I'm happy. 5th podium of the season. Let's go. Forza Ferrari.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. Let's have a quick look at how the driver's standings have changed. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, for me it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
Let's move on to the constructors. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Wow, what a performance. We're back up to 4th in the driver standings. Vettel only 4 points behind Perez for 2nd. Hamilton extends the lead in the championship. He did a great job from his grid penalties to 9th to score maybe a crucial 2 points there. 33 points ahead of Perez now. Vettel 3rd and myself back up to 4th. 74 points back though, but Vettel only 37 back. Constructors wise, we're in, well, it was over 100 points. That's 78. That is huge. Because McLaren only scored 2 and we scored 40 points. We took 38 points out of McLaren. That is massive for the championship. Absolutely massive for the championship. Haas also did a very good job as well with Weber. Good amount of points as well. They're not a million miles behind either. But wow, we're taking the fight to McLaren. Can we keep this up? We get another podium for the season. That is great to see. Fantastic work. But the next Grand Prix is the Russian Grand Prix. Not on the calendar anymore. Take care, guys. And also, I think this is the first time this season myself and Weber have shared the podium. Alright guys, take care. Goodbye.